If New York were a person, they'd be the kind of character who would sidle up to you at a party, lure you out onto the street, out into the night, and you may never be seen again. But you would have one hell of a great story. New York, New York. I can't compete.
I have too many New York stories.
I have a couple of New York stories.
This was my first time in New York. We all piled on a bus.
I lived in New York in the late 70s, which was the greatest time to live there, maybe, because it was still dirty.
It's a magical city. Life imitates art.
All of a sudden, I hear this voice behind me.
And my story is...
For your charms, where strangers dance until dawn.
So we did 3 shows in one day and I had a great time. And the best part was Bernadette Peters spitting into the white dress and into the woods.
I smiled at him and he just smiled back with that look of someone who knew he was recognized, and we didn't say anything and just kept walking, and I thought, now I know I'm in New York.
The hair on my neck stood up, and I turned around, and it was who I thought it was. It was Nina Simone.
New York, New York.
So it's 1965.
It's 1978.
It was the hottest summer on New York record, I think.
I'm 16 years old, and New York City was the most exciting place in the world.
And it was the first time I'd ever seen cockroaches as big as my thumb.
Around me are cinders falling like fireflies, because in that time, that area was burning.
It was the 60s everywhere. There was music, there were people on the streets, there was the garbage strike.
The people in the building I'm in saved the building by pouring water on the roof with a bucketry. And the building was saved, and as far as I know, it's still standing.
And everything was alive in New York City.
When the colder winter blows in off the river.
My friend and I were about to go on the subway, and all of a sudden this guy jumps over the turnstile, and he starts coming after us with a gun. It's like the door is closed. The guy was coming after us, and then the police got him. So it was scary, it was thrilling, it was fantastic.
Me and my friend went to his grandmother's place. I think it was in Queens, and it was an incredibly scary neighborhood for us, rough part. But Grandma made us the most quintessential Italian home-cooked meal, and that we will never forget.
And I walked to the theater. I was so excited. We were rehearsing Broadway and 42nd. It was like I was Mary Richards, you know, throwing her hat up in the air. And
There's this rush, there's this energy, and you are feeling the energy of New York.
And then we got out back on the sidewalks, and the sidewalks were all sparkly and beautiful, and it was so New York.
And I remember I could smell the horses. They smelled so warm and earthy in the middle of this concrete jungle with the streets wet and the moon and the stars shining above. And that's when I fell in love with New York City. That's my New York story.
My baby's coming back, coming back, coming back, coming back home.